Well, Jen, thank you for your time today. And I'm curious about the summer day camp that you're running from Plattsville EMC Church here. Tell me that story.
Sure. Last year, we just really felt like there was a shift for us, and it was more outward focused to the community. Like, what was God at work in the community doing, and how could we partner with him in his kingdom? Anyways, we had applied for a summer student grant, and Andrew had surprisingly applied for 12 students. So the government came through and gave us 12 grants for full-time summer student work. So how do you put 12 15 to 25-year-olds to work for 40 hours a week for 6 weeks, or 30 hours for 8 weeks? And we really thought, you know what, this is it. We'll run a day camp. There just isn't enough child care here for all the kids that live in this community to start with, much less the ones that are now out of school for the whole summer. And where were they going to go? What were they going to do? We capped our registrations at 40 kids, and we had 4 weeks of day camp. And we were shocked because the first week filled up right away, and then parents who brought their kids to the first week loved it so much that they were inviting other parents and re-enrolling their kids for the second week if there was enough room. But it ended up being a really, really cool way to just meet all the new families in the community and meet new kids that we normally meet. And then we had a field trip component at the end of every week, where we invited parents to come with us on our field trips as well. It did create quite a bit of energy and excitement in the church family as well, because it was really neat to be able to know that we were partnering with the community and really actually meeting a need and making an impact at the same time. The cool thing about day camp is it did hit a sort of an evangelistic note. We added a Bible story component to the day camp, and I really enjoyed that. And then that did have a lot of the parents asking us questions in the end, like about what their kids were learning, or...
Did you have any pushback on that?
No, none. Yeah. The only thing we ever heard was actually positive, which was we had a few parents say to us things like, you know, I've never even really thought about teaching my kid about any kind of faith, or I've never even investigated God, or my kid has all these questions now about death and where do they go. Man, I don't know anything, so maybe we should come to church and check it out, or maybe I should start thinking about those things. But I think what shocked us the most was we come from a small rural town in a farming community in southwest Ontario, which is largely considered a Bible Belt. I so suspected that they had at least once or twice in their life heard of Jesus, or they'd been taught a Bible verse, or you'd think even at Christmas time that they'd
know the Christmas story.
They'd know the Christmas story or something. And they were so just unaware of anything to do with those things. I think that what was really neat about day camp for us was that it was a pairing of understanding where our community was at, meeting their needs practically, and then challenging us spiritually to find new ways to bring the gospel to life for a new generation, and for a new generation of parents too. Yeah. We know from Barna Group and some of the other studies that by age 13 they've formed their world values, and that up to 75%, between 50 and 75% of these kids by 13 don't believe that they have any meaning or purpose in life. And what does that look like as they age? So to be able to offer to them at least an idea that there is meaning and that there is purpose has been an incredibly interesting journey as well.
What encouragement would you give to a church that's done a VBS for the last umpteen years and is maybe looking at running it again, or wondering if they should do it at all, or maybe doing something different?
Where is God leading is probably the key to all of that. If you, as a church family, feel that His leading is in a VBC or a VBS programming, because it is a great opportunity, and oftentimes a lot of kids from the communities do come, then you should just totally continue on and be faithful. The frame of reference I'm using right now is in terms of tangible needs, to think of parents and putting yourselves in their shoes. What do they actually have time for? What do they actually need? Where are they actually at? and how can we partner with them there.
Are you planning to run this again in the summer of 2000?
Oh, we'd like to. It's so worth it. Yeah, very worth it. So exciting.